You've passed school, you've passed your NCLEX, you have that RN behind your name, and you're through your orientation phase, and now you're on your own. The number one thing that it takes to be successful as a new grad nurse is to grow your skills of critical thinking and clinical judgment. If you're a brand new nurse and you feel like a fish out of water and you feel like you're struggling most days, I see you, I hear you, I am you, and I have been in your shoes. And this video, my friend, is for you. So I'm going to share 6 ways to start growing your critical thinking and your clinical judgment. Because at this point in your career, you've passed school, you've passed your NCLEX, you have that RN behind your name, and you're through your orientation phase, and now you're on your own. And holy crap, some days it feels like drinking water out of a fire hose. And what I want to share with you from my heart is I actually burned out and I left the profession for 5 years. But the year before I left, I went into a desk job. I went into the quality management position, and I was removed from the bedside. So when I came back into nursing after 6 years of being away from the bedside, I went back into an emergency room. And I kid you not, in so many ways, I felt just like a brand new graduate nurse. There was so much that I hadn't done or hadn't thought of in so long that I felt overwhelmed. I felt new. I felt like my critical thinking and my clinical judgment was a little bit rusty. And I know exactly how you feel because I've been there. And not only when I started my career, but more recently when I came back after being away from bedside for 6 years. So I want to share with you 6 ways that you can lean into the growth process without judgment and start growing those critical thinking skills. Now, I also share this from a place of like, we are at a time in nursing where when the electronic medical record was developed, it's been helpful because it's turned nursing into a bit of a checklist process so that we don't miss anything. But I feel like the major drawback of that is that it's stealing your ability to think critically because you're relying on checklists without asking why, without asking how, without leaning on your nursing process or using other skills that you learned that seasoned nurses have developed. Because I come from a generation in which there was no such thing as an electronic medical record. We didn't have checklists. We had standardized paper charts and a lot of handwritten notes, and we had to rely on our critical thinking. So we grew it naturally, whereas you are going to have to grow it intentionally. Okay. So 6 tips on growing critical thinking and clinical judgment.